Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
We are here on location at Golden Road Vineyards. We have Chad and Crista here, and also Crista as well.
This is the Crista corner. It's right here. It's the Crista corner.
Double Crista today. Yes.
There's like 3 of us in the Elkin area. So that's about it.
Yeah. So this is where we're going to be playing on October 12th. That is Sunday, and we start at 2 o'clock. There's also going to be food trucks, or a food truck, Divine Dishes. Mm-hmm. Yes, which is
Come get your Cuban fix.
Cuban.
Yes.
Ooh.
Cuban
Yes.
cuisine.
If you're a fan of Cuban, be here. If you don't know if you're a fan of Cuban, come find out. Yeah, it's going to be a great day. So come on out and hang with us. Go to church, get your hallelujah on, and then come rock. Yeah.
That's a good plan.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
I like that. That's a very good Sunday.
Yeah. So, yeah, Golden Road Vineyards. It's a great place. Fantastic wines.
Thank you.
We're actually
He doesn't have to say that. He really doesn't. He just,
we
I'm okay a
are
little bit.
we're like,
we are currently tasting this bottle here.
It's our new wine, Toasted and Confused. It's one of our few sweet wines that we have.
It's very good.
So we actually have a really good story with this one. This actually, similar to how our sangria started, this started off, this is our first sweet red, and this started off supposed to be a dry campfire Cabernet. So Chad and I just wanted to make a wine that you could just drink around the campfire with family and friends. Just relax, again, take advantage of being out here and just enjoy your weekend or a long week, whatever you're here for, however long you're here for. And as you can tell by now, Chad and I were definitely more in the Gen X millennial genre. So this is an homage to one of our favorite movies, Dazed and Confused. So Chad did the label 100%. Do you want to describe what's on the label?
So it's got our logo is on fire with a tie-dye background, and we have 2 little marshmallow guys. They have sailor hats on, and their backsides are being toasted a little bit. So toasted, and they look confused.
Krista said you were a sailor.
Yeah, I did 8 years in the Navy. So
Yeah, that's why I didn't meet him until we were much older. He was underwater. And,
Yeah.
on the other side of the world, for the most part, you know. But yeah, I guess that kind of gets into our story. Yeah, so Chad and I, we actually met in the Washington, D.C. area.
Okay.
We both worked for the same company, who we're not going to give credit to, right?
Right.
Right. And and then we were actually kind of set up. We were set up on a work lunch. And let's just say that I guess I got the message that this was a setup. And you didn't get the message, or you claim to have not received the message that this was a setup.
This is a Three-Tailed Possum podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, I
We're way too far back. Yeah,
I'm enjoying the story.
I think they like it. I think they're just like, hey, this just got really interesting. Yeah, see?
We can talk about whatever.
Yes. So when Chad and I re-met, because it was not love at first sight, I guess. It was not. I forgot I met him, guys. I really did. So when I met him again, I was like, oh, he makes like really good wine. I had his Cab Sauv, his orange wine, and you had what ended up selling me was his Viognier. So we decided to, and this is at this time we had been dating. Were we engaged? Sure.
Sure. Why not?
And then
That's how it went.
So
yeah,
these
why
were
not?
Christmas gifts, and then so many people had the vignette, and they were like, "This is really good," and I'm like, "We didn't even filter it; it just racked." And we ended up, just being winemaking nerds. And then my mom, actually of all people, we told her we wanted to either move back to. Chad claims Charleston, I claim San Antonio, I claim Texas in general, it's a big state. And then my mom said, don't just move and work for someone else, move and work for yourself. So that was 10 years ago.
We're doing both.
So we're doing both. We're still working for someone else and working for ourselves. We work 7 days a week, guys. It's a lot. But you know what makes it amazing is having wonderful bands, wonderful local support, such as very, very talented music. And I cannot say enough wonderful things, getting back to Three-Tail Possum. I can't say enough wonderful things about Bricky and Krista here. I've actually been following, I was just telling Krista, I've been following her for years, since the open mic nights at the Reeves. And then Bricky, you've been here for years too. Yeah.
So when did Golden Road Vineyards officially start?
So it started in 2011, not by us. We moved down here in 17. The vineyard was already planted. We purchased it, and the goal was always to try to do the tasting room winery thing. So this was the barn when we bought the property. In 2020, we decided to start doing the conversion. Then the pandemic happened. So as we were getting ready to start moving into doing the inside of the building, we decided to put that on hold for a little bit. As the startup or everything started reopening, and we saw wineries were doing well. We're like, let's still push to do it, and then it became let's open in 2020 just to beat 2020, and we opened the tasting room on Black Friday of 2020.
Wow.
Yep. So Black Friday is our anniversary of what we celebrate. We don't use a date. We just Black Friday. So Thanksgiving weekend is a big weekend for us every year.
Awesome.
Coming up soon. Yeah.
Yeah, coming up on 5 years.
I know, it's
nuts.
like already October.
So the vineyard was planted. Have you planted any additional?
We tried.
We've tried a little bit. We've definitely made some changes, and
Yes, we tried.
we're looking into some other hybrids and
Yes.
stuff to change up what we're doing a little bit, just because vinifera is not the easiest thing to grow here. And so
Yeah, humidity and mildew is not a friend of any vine grapes. What we are known for is our white wines, which I know a lot of people like to age their reds for forever, which actually this was aged for forever, it seems like. But Chad makes, in my opinion, the best Petit Manseng in North Carolina.
fine wines at the end, so
Okay,
So.
okay.
at least 2 years. So
At least for 2 years, yeah. But no, it's if you guys haven't had our Petit Manseng, it's a good Chardonnay substitute. We do a lot of, I guess we don't do a lot of barrel. Oh wait, now we do barrel aged, but it's not in the barrels you think they are. It's liquor barrels. But this is how this one started, actually. Getting back to this wine. But yeah.
So aged in liquor barrels.
yeah, so we've got a Chardonnay that was aged in. Or I'll back up a little bit. We've always had a bourbon barrel aged red. That's our bumping holler. It's kind of one of our flagship wines.
Yep.
I'm a Scotch drinker, and Ardbeg's my favorite Scotch, which is the smoky, peaty Scotch from the Islay region of Scotland. And so I was able to get some Ardbeg casks. We put some Chardonnay in there, and so Ardbeg is known for being very smoky, very peaty.
You don't need a cigar.
No, it is a cigar in a,
It is
in
a
a glass.
cigar, yeah.
And so that one is it's got kind of a butterscotchy taste because the Chardonnay went through malolactic fermentation in a French oak barrel. And it's one of the people either love or hate. It's not your normal Chardonnay. And I warn everybody who reads Chardonnay and says, I want a glass, take a sip before you commit, because it's not typical Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Like, you will not hurt our feelings if you're like, whoa, this is not for me. But if you love it, which actually, so we either have a love-hate thing. The people who do love it, they always get bottle here, bottle home. They end up really liking it. And that actually, so Chad's Scotch Chard gave me inspiration to create mine. So what was that? I guess if you guys do come, and I really hope you do, because it's a wonderful October 12th, and it's kicking off local wine week. So one of the things we have is also an Irish barrel-aged Traminette. It's our estate Traminette, and this is my wine. So Chad has Scotch, I have Irish whiskey. We think it's Jameson. It's from the Jameson distillery, but we can't confirm. But for those of you who really like to have wines that are not barrel-aged, this is your wine, actually. If you like wines that are stainless, but in the tank instead, this is your wine, because I wanted to basically create my whole, what I call it, study abroad in a cup. I studied abroad in Europe twice for college.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. I learned how to drink wine in Spain, and then...
what a place to learn that.
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic. I love cava. And then I ended up starting to drink more beer when I was in Denmark, very close to Germany, so we have amazing German beer. But yeah, that was my biggest thing, was I wanted to create, I guess, an experience. Like, you can't go always to Scotland, Ireland, but you can at least come here and have a good drink.
And it's interesting, the aged in Irish whiskey barrels, but it took the bite off of the Traminette. We had the NC Wine guys visit us, tried it, and they said it almost tastes more like a Vidal Blanc now. So,
Yep, I toned it down.
it's an interesting one.
Yep. But what was that? You know what? I actually want to pivot. I want to start asking the Possum some questions.
All right.
You scared, James?
Here we go.
Yeah. So I guess this is where I'm just gonna sound how I'm gonna sound. Obviously, y'all have come and played already at our place, and it was fantastic. That was absolutely nuts. I loved it. But where did the name Three Toe Possum come from?
Well, it all started with a dog that I have who gets us into lots of trouble. And
do that.
he's always into something. And he drug up a possum one night, and I thought it was something else. And I put it in a box, and I thought it was going to die. And I woke up the next morning, and it was alive. And I was like, oh, crap, what do I do with this possum? And
We've been in that situation.
yeah, and but that was not the three-toe possum. So at that point, I had to call a wildlife rehab person, and that's when I started learning about possums. And then later the same week, I got a call from my friend who's a veterinarian, and somebody had called her about a little possum, and we got him, and ended up that was George Jones, who's our mascot now.
George Jones.
Yes,
Okay.
George Jones, who is named by my brother. Thank you. And so he lived for a little over a year, and he was really a great ambassador for the possum species, because who gets to touch a possum and hold it, or pet it, or talk to it, or whatever. For him, he had some special needs. He had some issues where he was attacked by a cat as a baby, and so as he grew, he just wasn't able to take care of himself. So he had to be fed, and he was very special. And so when we got together as a group, we're a bunch of weirdos too, and somehow we just
I think there's a theme there.
that name got used.
It's a good fit here. It's a good fit here.
Little different, not what people would expect. We're not your typical group of folks. So.
Well, and I guess I could say that about us too. I guess we're not your typical winery. No. We definitely take risks, and I like it because y'all do too. You guys pick songs, and it's like songs I haven't heard in like 10 years, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this song. I just haven't heard it in forever. But yeah, and then I think you liked their rendition of Enter Sandman. Yeah. He's a Hokie, so
Yeah. Bad year to be a Hokie, but yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Well, you take a risk, and y'all know, you take a risk, and sometimes it's
it pays off.
Complete disaster, and sometimes it's phenomenal. So
yeah.
you just.
There's been some songs that we've picked that crash and burn at practice, and we're just like, no.
See, I want to see that. I want to see some bloopers. I want to see some.
Sometimes it happens in the middle of a show. Yeah.
You wouldn't be musicians if that wasn't the case.
It's all trial and error, you know.
It is, yes. So I do have a question. When you guys were at our place, you did like a acoustic version. So what's the difference between Three-Toe Possum, Live at the Reeves? Because y'all are there like Halloween night, and I'm
Yes.
totally going to B&E and I'm just gonna totally impose and be like, yay! But yeah, so what's the difference between like that and then when y'all came here? If you want to do acoustic again, this is where it's like, this is y'all, so.
It's a different vibe for sure. You know, an acoustic versus raunchy, overdriven electrics.
Oh, raunchy, I like that.
Yeah.
We like raunchy.
Raunchy.
You can still get, real high energy with it, but you have to think about how you approach the songs a little different and how you like get that energy into it, because acoustic guitar is just inherently a little less powerful, than an electric. So just a little slight adjustment, like, and Jonathan, he matches those dynamics with how he plays the drums. He doesn't like really hammer into it, and I think for most of the acoustic stuff he uses not actual drumsticks, but what are called rods, the lower volume. And he can, with those rods, he can still like lay into it, but it just doesn't explode in volume like a traditional stick does. As far as bass, really nothing changes. But yeah, it's really cool to do the same songs electric and acoustic and just feeling them out. It's just a different mindset, I guess, that you have to approach it with. It's just as fun. The electrics are more satisfying to me personally, but some spaces, like especially if we were playing inside here, acoustic's the way to go.
Right.
It's going to match the vibe of the
You get
players.
your sound right off of the top
Yeah,
of your
everything's
ceiling.
bouncing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? So when we first met Bricky, you were doing sound for Catastrophe Journal, and then we've had Bricky here plenty of times, just solo, and so we're just super excited to have Three-Toe Possum again. I'm glad I met my name twin,
Yes.
Krista right here, and yeah, it's I guess what's the most important thing is it is celebrate drink local wine week.
Yes.
And this was a holiday that started. Yeah, I know. As I'm drinking my beer, let me just put this down over here. What was that? We have Oktoberfest on Saturday. Anyway. But no, I just drink local wine week. It's supposed to say, hey everyone, stop. You can always get that bottle of Cab Sauv from California at the grocery store, but you just have this amazing opportunity to go visit, like, especially in this area, you have this opportunity to visit, like, 30-something wineries within, like, a 20-minute, drive.
Yeah.
So many tour groups at this point. The maturity of the wine region is just something that we, in the last, 8 years, have seen.
Yeah. This is really like a prime area if you are a wine drinker and love to just visit different wineries and vineyards. There's no shortage. And this should be the first place you come to.
Thank you. We're all a little bit different. Everyone's got their own.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own taste and their own culture. Yep.
Everywhere's just slightly different, and then some are very different. I mean, This one stands out to me. And I've played quite a handful of the wineries and vineyards around, and this is one of my favorites. Just the atmosphere, is really nice, especially when the weather's great. You got this view out here.
Yes.
It's awesome, and this is a week to drink local.
Yep.
So make a big push, and I know that all the locals will enjoy it and appreciate everybody pushing the
Come together.
Right now, over wine.
Yes.
Oh, do y'all do Beatles? Do y'all totally do Beatles?
We've done some Beatles before.
Okay.
Yeah. What song was it?
While my guitar.
Yeah, On My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Oh, that's I like that.
Might need to throw that one on the set list.
Do you guys have Yellow Submarine? For like, when Chad and I got together, he was like, "The submarines are always yellow." Like,
I don't
Is that
think I
true?
said that.
Is that
No,
true?
Totally
Black
said
Bass Attack.
watching movies with him is just a little. It's daunting. It has its moments. Let me go back to my beer here.
So, a couple questions just about the experience y'all have had with growing the grapes and making the wines. Like, what's some things y'all have had to like overcome in the process?
That's easy. So 2020, between if it wasn't bad enough you were COVID,
How long are you
we also had the
here?
frost on Mother's Day. So, and that was the second frost of that season. So I remember.
No, third, because it was on my birthday.
Okay.
And it was on the 14th. It was like,
But Mother's Day was the big one, and like we were out there and trying to do what we could to help. Mother Nature's going to win, and that's one thing we learned really early on, and it did that year. And the deer came in at the end, even though the Traminette, the Traminette had tertiary grapes or clusters that were coming up, and the deer came in when it was still green and decided,
my turn.
our snacks here, so that was a rough year.
So primary clusters are like yay big, like this big. So we're talking about clusters.
That's like fishing, huh?
Yeah. I caught a fish this big. Sorry. No.
But yeah, so Mother Nature is definitely one of the things that has been
Yes.
you learn to roll with the punches.
And she always wins.
Yep.
Yeah,
Always.
you're just at the mercy.
I mean, that 18 we had Florence come in, and we got Florence and Michael, so two hurricanes that dumped quite a bit, and it was just a wet year in general. So
Yeah,
hurricane
lots
season,
of
this year's been fortunate with all the rain we got. I guess what was it, early August or late July, and then it kind of dried up, and stayed pretty dry throughout the harvest season for just about all of us. So
Yeah, it dried up right at bunch closure. So yay, that's the right time.
So are dry conditions best?
Yes.
Okay.
like especially
Not-
the closer you get to ripeness and harvest, because what happens, it rains and the grapes will absorb that water from the rain, so your sugar percentages go down, which means your alcohol potential also goes down. So
Gotcha.
and it also, you're more susceptible to rot and other issues too in the vines.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. And then, gosh, last year was an amazing year. And then, so this year, amidst everything, we were able to hang our Petite Manseng. We only have half an acre of it. We don't have a whole lot. But we were able to hang it as long as we wanted to. 25 bricks?
something like that, yeah. It was
It's
up there.
very strong.
So we need to say hang. What exactly?
Oh,
We didn't have
grapes
to- we
hang.
Just let the grapes stay out there. Didn't harvest yet, so
Oh, okay.
hanging from the vines.
Gotcha. So just letting them like mature a little more.
They get more ripe, build up more sugars before they pull them.
And bricks, what is that?
Bricks is the sugar content. So
Okay.
It's sweet like bricky.
Yes. Like
Yeah, I
Ricky.
know. Yeah, that is actually. I just got that. Good job. Yeah.
Chad
You're
jokes,
making
dad
him-
jokes, whatever you wanna.
Yeah, Chad jokes, dad jokes. It's so bad.
Chad jokes, dad jokes.
Our daughter's over there. It's so true. Oh, wonderful. Aww. All right. What else? Any other questions you got?
Vintage.
Oh, yeah,
Does that
you guys were
mean?
talking
We
about
can
that the other
define
day.
that for us.
So vintage is a year.
It's It's
So
just
like this was the 2025 vintage, so
Okay.
all the wines, if the wine is completely made out of grapes from this year, it'll be a 2025 vintage. We've got some of our wines that are non-vintage, so it's a combination of 2 different years, so you don't get to put a year on the label then.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, so that's the vintage, it's the year
Yeah, so when
that the
you,
grape is produced,
And
or
then-
harvest, yeah.
and then if, let's say you combine years, because we had to do that with 2020 and 2021, it's pretty much called non-vintage.
That's what I just said.
Did you just say that? You did not just say that.
You can say it again because
We'll see it in the
I didn't
recording.
catch the rest of it.
I was like, you didn't get it either. Yeah. I do listen.
No, you don't.
Not consistent. But yeah, so honestly, I think
We
the
got that on
whole vintage. It's recorded. I think the whole concept of a vintage is completely blown out of proportion. There's parts. Okay, wine already is intimidating as it is. So why on earth do you want people to, not want to come because they feel like, oh, I'm wine curious, but I'm not like, a wine expert. Well, you don't have to be. Like most of our visitors, they just want to have a good time.
Yes.
And that's what we like. That's what we want here. And then 3-2 Possum makes that happen because it's part like it's an extension, and honestly, I wouldn't want to have it any other way because I don't know. This is where we say we're not wine snobs, we're wine buffs, wine nerds. I like wine
Sure.
nerds better. Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Yes, sure.
No, it's the best wine's the wine you like. It doesn't, we don't have to be here telling you what, this is a good wine. It's what do you prefer, and hopefully we've got something that matches that.
And then that's been super important for us. We want to have something for everybody. So we don't just have like traditional wine. We have beer, as you can tell. We just released our first spritzer. So very low alcohol. It's a cute little half bottle. And it was a rosé base, but I wanted to have the summer captured in a bottle. So we did blue raspberry and Meyer lemon. It's been a huge hit. We still got some left, but I'm just like there's ways you can show yourself in non-traditional wine ways, and I hope this area, again, as it matures, you start to see more and more of that. Because I don't know, hopefully we'll have a Golden Road cider coming soon.
Oh, snap. So I love a good cider, so
Yeah.
I will definitely be trying that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Chad, did you already know this?
Yes, we've talked about it.
We've been talking about it
debating.
since like
Making sure.
February.
Yeah.
So it's more like, I want this. I don't know. So it's a lot of back and forth with the winemaker and the winemaker's wife. Yeah. But no, for what it's worth though, getting back to this one, Chad can blend like no other, and this is just another good example where we haven't had a red sweet, so let's just try it, and we can't wait for y'all to help us push it. And
And I don't know that I've ever had a sweet red before. This may be
That's your first?
The first, and it's great. I really like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
you don't have to say that because he's here.
No. It is good. I like it. It's a little. It's different than
Yeah.
It's
you still need layers, even if it's sweet. You still need to have a journey that you go on, and I guess I know it sounds so cheesy, but that's kind of what I look for in wine. You know, it's like, oh, it starts like this, and then I taste this mint palate, and then whenever there's a quick finish, I'm like, no, they should have just put in a little bit more acid to extend that finish. And again, that's where I turn into a wine nerd. Winemaker's wife right here.
See, I love like just the like details and all the nerdy stuff. It's great. I don't know much like about wine, but just the details are what matter. You know,
Right.
it's what makes the final product what it is. You know, and the little differences between all the different processes. How you get the varieties.
Yep.
Well, with this one, we wanted to create a wine that you could enjoy around the fire pit with family and friends. So you have actually toasted marshmallows. Thank you for bringing these. Toasted marshmallows.
Oh, you're welcome.
And then, I know, I was just like, I don't know if that goes with beer.
Very good.
I love it. And then we put in some tiramisu because I mean, yeah, we could have just put in chocolate, but I was like, no. I mean, you know, you lived in Italy, so let's put in something, you know, global. Why not? But yeah, so hopefully, yeah, how'd you do it? Does it go well?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
There we go.
That's all that counts.
Now you were making wine long before.
So
Okay.
I guess my wine journey started, I was stationed in Naples, Italy for 3 years in the Navy, so I always say, you know, Peroni's not the best beer, and so, well, you know, when in Rome, you know, so wine became my thing there, and if I traveled to Germany, definitely shift over to beer again, but when I got out of the Navy, I went to grad school at Penn State and started making wine in my basement there, fruit wines and kit wines and whatnot, and continued doing that in Virginia when we met. It was my basement in our house in Alexandria. It was a winery
It looked
on a
like,
workbench.
yeah, I was like, it looks like Breaking Bad.
When you've got all the carboys and the hoses going between them and stuff.
It looks like Breaking Bad.
You had like a lab in your basement. Is
Something
that
like that.
Something like that.
Lab-like.
lab-like?
Yeah, no,
I remember one of the guy I was stationed with, we posted one of the times we made wine in the basement, or right after we bottled, and there's this jar, because it was right in front of the workbench, there's a jar of acetone.
right behind you.
Right behind all the wine stuff, and one of my friends goes, how much acetone do you put in the wine? Like, depends on who it's giving it to.
I remember that.
But no, that was just, you know, we used the workbench area that was down in the basement, and that was our winery until, I guess, then when her, like she had said earlier, her mom said, you know, don't just work for somebody else. So we spent about a year taking classes in Charlottesville and their community colleges, which similar to Surrey, but they didn't have a winery at the community college or a vineyard. They worked with all the wineries in the Monticello wine region.
So guys, we would basically get up at 6 a.m. usually, sometimes 5:30. There was a couple times it was 5:30. And we basically signed up, we paid to go make wine in Charlottesville.
Learn to make wine.
Learn to make wine. But yeah, we just would get up at like 6 a.m., drive 2.5 hours from Northern Virginia, DC area, DMV, down to Charlottesville. And it was so funny because by the time we were done with our classes, a lot of locals were like, let's go winery hopping, let's go. We were just so tired. We're like, okay, thanks. Yeah, drive back. Get some sheets on the way.
Yeah.
We were just so tired. But I mean, after a year of taking classes, we were like, yeah, this is it. This is the next step. I mean, yeah, we still have our day jobs, but honestly, this is like, I don't see our life anywhere else. If that makes sense.
That's
And-
great.
Want to get away from the city before our daughter came along and
Oh my gosh.
not deal with the DC craziness around schools and the price points and everything, so.
Yes.
So how did y'all end up settling here?
So we were actually looking near Blacksburg, found a place we fell in love with and spent quite a while working with them. While we were going through the classes, we were working with them too. And we just couldn't make it make sense. And Krista was 4 months pregnant when we kind of gave up there, and this place had just hit the market. So we're like, let's go next weekend and see what they say, and if we like it. And we got here, we're like, let's put an offer in. If it works out, great. If not, we'll wait till after our daughter was born, and it worked, and here we are. So.
And I'm so glad that worked out, because I just know us, if we didn't pull the trigger before we had her, we probably would still be up in Northern Virginia, you know, just doing the grind up there. And honestly, like, I'm just so grateful we took that leap. And yeah, hopefully we can take another leap sooner versus later with other things. But yeah, we're still very mom and pop. I know the next step, the next leap would be, get bigger. But right now, I think this is just our vibe. It's our thing, just pretty chill.
Well, that's a lot to take on if you were just having your child. So you got a baby almost here, and you bought a vineyard and moving all at the same time. That's a lot.
We closed on the house when she was going to the third trimester.
Yes.
So it was fun.
Because
July 6th.
July 6th, we moved in. The first thing, and it's funny because we're looking at this gorgeous empty house, and I open the garage, and the first thing I see is this massive wolf spider on the door, and I'm like, welcome to Surrey County. But no, it was like, spiders and all that aside, it was something that I'm just so glad we did this, because for anyone who's ever been like, I want to pursue my own passions, I want to still do this. Yes, I know you gotta pay the bills, but you will not regret trying for it, ever. Because at least you tried. So hopefully that'll be some inspiration to some of y'all that are still listening. So
do what you want and what you love.
Yeah, no, because I remember you started doing the open mic nights, and then now you're in like one of the hottest bands in the local area. And I'm not just patronizing on purpose. I am a little. I'm patronizing. No, it's really cool. Like, so most of the time, our regulars, our wine club members will tell us who we should get next, and I'll never forget, for ages, it was like, you need to get 3-toe Possum. You need to get them. And I'm like, okay, let's make this work. So, and I'm so glad, so glad to meet you guys and be a part of, we're a part of each other's stories.
Yeah. Well, you already had James coming out here, so then you could just tell him to bring his friends. And
And then, honestly, it's something that I'm super excited to have you guys back on the 12th. Kicking off Drink Local Wine Week. I wouldn't have, seriously, of all the local bands, because you guys, I feel like you guys bring people out of, everything. You bring them out of the woodwork, from the cities, y'all's following is crazy.
It's diverse.
Yeah, diverse.
Yeah. It's probably a nicer word than crazy.
No, crazy. They're crazy too.
That is
okay.
I mean, we know you're crazy. You're all crazy. But we know why, because we're crazy.
Yeah.
There you go. Crazy diverse.
Crazy diverse. Diversity's crazy.
It's a diverse range of craziness.
There you go.
It's going.
Yes.
I love it.
Fun group.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, okay, so how many of y'all are in the band now?
So,
Well,
5 officially.
Officially.
6 sort of.
7 if you keep in everybody from.
Yeah.
7-ish.
Yeah. So Brady is
6, 7.
6, 7.
6, 7.
Oh gosh.
Our daughter is.
Oh,
that's a thing now.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
So Brady is off at college in Nashville.
Nice.
And he'll always be an official member. He's just not active currently. And now we've got Cade with us, and Eduardo is moving back to Mexico, but again, he'll always be an official member.
Right.
Well, you saw him there when.
Yeah, he hopped up on the stage Sunday night, was it?
Rail yard.
Sunday at the rail yard?
Yeah.
Right as the rain started coming. And
Yeah. So we've got our buddy Jordan in with us filling Eduardo's role now. So in total 7, but with 5 active.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good group. Very solid. Really fun to play with. And practices are always fun because
I want to see bloopers.
you never know. Yeah, it's coming.
I want to see the songs you don't sing.
Oh,
You're like, oh, that's why they don't do that one. Like,
I need to dig through the
Yes.
hard drive and see what I've got. Yeah.
it's,
Yeah. Well, is there any other topics that we want to discuss?
I can't think of
I
anything.
believe it or not, I think I'm done talking.
Wow.
A natural pause.
Yeah. Well, be sure to get your butt here on October 12th,
2 p.m.
2 p.m. And be here other days as well. Come here every possible chance you get. Support all the local wineries and vineyards. And not just this week, but all the time. Any chance you get to buy local wine versus, imported from other states and stuff, it will only help, just enrich the region even more. Come get you some good Cuban food.
Oh yeah.
When we play here. I've had it before, and it is exquisite. It's very good. And again, if you don't like or don't know if you like Cuban food, come find out.
You like Cuban food, trust me.
Come taste the wines here, and they'll surely have something for you, certainly. And if not, you just don't have good taste.
Some guy, when is that?
That was James Bricky,
He'll say
everybody.
That was
Yeah.
Ricky, yeah, no. We try to have something for everybody. So yeah, just come out and see what we got. If you haven't been here, give us a try. If you have been here, come on back. You know our vibe, you know what we're about.
try out the toasted and confused. Bring your own marshmallows. We're not responsible for those.
Oh, we have sticks we can give people if you want to toast your marshmallows and drink a toast and confused. Yes, I have like 100 sticks.
It's definitely fire pit season.
It is
Yes,
fire pit
it
season.
is.
Yes. Leaves are starting to change colors. Yes. Give me my crisp air mornings.
Oh yeah, it's getting good.
Yes.
Well, I guess we'll sign off here. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Also, look up on social media the Golden Road Vineyards social pages. Give them a like and follow. They would very much appreciate that.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
we'll.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us here. This has been
Thanks
great.
for coming all the way out here and
Yeah.
all that jazz. Glad to be on the podcast.
Yes.
They did their first one. I'm like, I want to be on that.
Yep.
Ideas.
The next podcast that we have is going to be an exclusive interview with Eduardo, talking about his backstory, getting into music, and how we met him and formed the band. So be sure to watch that episode. That'll be the next one.
Don't want to miss it.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll see you later.
Thank you.
Whoa!